Hey everyone, I have a story today that's a perfect example of what not to do in a high-pressure situation, and honestly, even now, I'm still a little freaked out about the consequences. It involves my first ever, highly stressful call to 911 and a sudden, terrifying, and completely irrational moment of panic. I was out for what started as a perfect hike in the mountains. Clear skies, fresh air, the usual escape from the city routine. But about an hour into the trail, that perfect, clean air was suddenly interrupted by a smell you absolutely never want to encounter in a dry forest: smoke. I stopped dead and scanned the surrounding trees. At first, I didn't see anything obvious, but then off the main path, I spotted it, a small but rapidly growing wildfire. It was just a patch of flames starting to lick the dry brush, but I knew, instantly, how quickly that could turn into a full-blown disaster. My immediate thought was, I have to call 911 right now before this thing gets completely out of control. Without thinking twice, I pulled out my phone and dialed those 3 famous numbers. But here's where the adrenaline and pure, utter, irrational fear kicked in hard. The very moment my finger hit the call button and the line started ringing, I froze solid. I've never had to call 911 before. This overwhelming rush of panic hit me, coupled with this completely illogical thought. Am I gonna get in trouble for calling them? What if they think I caused a fire and now I'm reporting it? It was a total, sudden brain glitch, but the fear felt intensely real. So, before the dispatcher could even finish saying, 911, what is your emergency? I immediately hung up. I just cut the connection. Instead of trying to handle the dispatcher, I frantically flagged down a park employee, a ranger in a vest, who was walking nearby. I pointed frantically, told them exactly where the smoke was, and they took off toward the area. Knowing the fire was reported to someone official was a massive relief. But then, the second worst wave of panic hit me. I realized the police probably logged every single attempted call. They had my phone number, my GPS location, which placed me right next to the starting fire, and the telltale sign of a dial and hang up. I immediately started spiraling. They were definitely going to think I was the arsonist who set the fire. I pictured a police cruiser driving up the mountain path to arrest me. I stood there, paralyzed, thinking, do I call them back to apologize? Do I leave a voicemail on the emergency line? Is that even a thing you can do? Look, here's the single most crucial takeaway I learned the hard way. And this is the main reason I'm sharing this nightmare story. If you call 911, do not hang up. No matter what. When you hang up, the dispatcher doesn't know if it was a mistake, or if you were interrupted by an attacker, or if you collapsed due to smoke inhalation. They're trained to assume the worst, and based on protocol, they often have to dispatch police to your location just to check on you. If you panic like I did, or if you accidentally call, which happens all the time, the simple fix is to stay on the line and clearly say, I'm sorry, that was a mistake, I'm safe, and they will end the call properly. This simple action saves them precious time and resources from having to call you back, or worse, sending emergency vehicles to a non-emergency. I'm lucky the park staff took over the fire reporting. But seriously, next time, I'm sticking to the script. Stay safe out there, and don't let a moment of panic make you hang up.